If you are in the market today looking for a HDB flat in the Punggol area and you want a good size, you want good balance lease, and you want to be surrounded by good amenities, then this is a unit you do not want to miss out on. Today we have a 5-room HDB flat sized at 1205 square feet. Very healthy balance lease of 90 years and surrounded by not 1, not 2, but 6 different primary schools, including one of the popular school, Mee Toh School, and you even have international school to choose from. Asking at just $900,000, we think this is a unit you do not want to miss out on. Join me on this bleubricks home tour. Let's go! Now, before we kickstart the home tour, let's touch a little bit on the BB facts. So our block itself is situated within a cluster called Punggol Edge. So for this cluster itself, it's made out of a total of 6 different blocks. And if we were to zoom into our block here at 122B, it's completed in 2017. That leaves a very good balance lease of 90 years. So our block itself is made out of 3-room, 4-room and 5-room. And in fact, if you were to look at the 5-room units, there are only 32 available units within our block itself. And if we were to look at the site plan, each floor actually consists of 9 different units, and our site is actually located towards the quieter side whereby you only have 2 other neighbours. So this ensures that you get to enjoy a very good space of a 5-room unit, 1205 square feet, and at the same time, you get good privacy as well. So our block itself goes up all the way to level 17, and for our unit, it is actually situated on a high floor too. So again, from the site plan, you can tell that our block is also fully sheltered, connected to the multi-storey car park, which means that even if it's on a rainy day, you don't have to worry about getting drenched while coming back to your home. Now let's touch a little bit on the location analysis. Located in District 19, we are nestled in a heartland area with plenty of schools in our vicinity. In fact, there's a total of 6 different primary schools for you to choose from. And in fact, one of the most popular schools in this area is actually Mee Toh School, and this is just right opposite us. So I think if you are looking to send your kids into this school, our unit is really just a stone's throw away. And in fact, if you are considering international school, the Wanbor International School as well as the Global Indian School is also within close proximity to where we are. In terms of transportation, we are walking distance to Meridian LRT, which is also 2 stops to the main MRT line at Punggol, where the main bus interchange is also located there. There are also bus services that can bring you directly to the CBD area as well as towards the Sengkang area. And I would think that the most interesting and most exciting part about being in this Punggol area is the upcoming transformation. So if we were to look at the Punggol MRT site, there is a plot zoned 1.4 ratio. This dark blue color is going to be a commercial plot. And right above, you can also see that there are these light blue color plots. These are likely going to be your mixed-use developments. And from Meridian LRT, which is where our cluster is located at, 2 stops to the other direction will bring you to Riviera LRT, and that LRT itself is also going to become the Cross Island Line in 2032. And again, over there, there are also plots that has been zoned residential and also a mixed-use development plot. What this means for you as a buyers buying into this area today is that you are going to enjoy a lot of added amenities, which is going to spruce up the entire residential area here. And one more major transformation that we want to highlight is the Sengkang Integrated Hub, which is within proximity to where we are here. So think of it as something like our Tampines Hub, whereby you can actually enjoy sports facility, healthcare facility, as well as community facility. I think that when that is ready, you as the residents right here will definitely get to enjoy the injection of vibrancy as well as the added amenities. And of course, our cluster right here is also well surrounded by shopping malls and amenities including Punggol Plaza, Rivervale Mall, Rivervale Plaza and Campus 1. In fact, if you just need some quick fix, right downstairs at block 122A, you can find a clinic, a bubble, as well as a mini mart. Now let's briefly touch on the floor plan analysis. Our 5-room unit right here is sized at 1205 square feet. It is very sizable. It comes complete with a large living area with the potential of carving out an additional study area. We have your dining area, an enclosed kitchen that comes with service yard, a household shelter, 2 common bedrooms, 1 common bathroom, and a master with ensuite. Now without further ado, let's kickstart the home tour officially. Now coming into the home, you definitely have a very good size foyer area. I would think that if you want to do up some additional cabinetry over here for your shoes, you could definitely do so. And what I personally like about this kind of layout is that the household shelter is not in the middle of the house, but it's tucked at this corner right here. Now I think a lot of times for the household shelter, we actually double up and use it as our storage area. So I think this side is perfect in terms of the layout. Now stepping in towards the living area, look at this very large living area. I think that the size itself should be approximately around 4.5 meters. I think there's a lot of things that you could do right here. Now, of course, based on the original HDB floor plan, they actually even carve out an area as a suggested study area. So at the current setup, you can see that our owners are using it as a full living area. So can you imagine how many people you can host during your Chinese New Year, your Hari Raya, your Deepavali? There's so many people you could host right here. So at the current setup, we can see that you have a beautiful TV feature wall right here with marble-like wall design, and of course they are utilizing this kind of floating TV console, which is very modernized because these days we need to think about allowing our robot vacuum to clean the bottom as well. And over here you have 7 panels of windows that allow so much natural lighting coming into the unit itself. So of course at the moment we have also set it up with a 3-seater L-shaped sofa, and at the moment you could see that our owners have done this beautiful brick wall concept right here for this piece of wall. But I would think that if you are a bigger size family and you need additional storage, I think this entire piece of wall is going to be your great piece of blank canvas to do up storage spaces. And of course, towards my left-hand side, this is your designated dining area. You could definitely extend up your dining table a little bit, maybe get those kind of extendable dining table. So if you have more guests coming over, you can enjoy a good meal together with all 8 to maybe even 10 people seated together. So of course, behind this dining table, you also have some fixtures done up for you for additional storage. And I think this carpentry design is also very well thought out, with a little nook area over here whereby you could easily place in, let's say, your car key or like some items that you definitely need to grab and head out for work. And now let's go and check out the kitchen. Now, a sliding glass door has been done up for you, so not to worry when you are doing your heavy cooking. Simply just close it up when you are doing your heavy cooking. And I think what I personally really like about this kind of enclosed kitchen, but it still comes with this kind of glass setup or half glass setup, is that it really allows a lot of natural lighting that comes into the unit as well, because it spills over from the living area. So the entire kitchen wouldn't feel very dull, very dark. And I also like that, you know, while you are doing your food preparation, you can still look at your guests. Now, and of course, this kitchen itself, you can see that it is very well maintained, and I love that it's like a dual galley kind of concept with so much tabletop space right here. You can put in all your appliances right here. You also have a built-in oven and also 2 hobs right here. And towards my right-hand side, you have a large double sink. So on top, you also have some top-hung cabinetry. I would think that there is some space right here. If you still need some additional carpentry, you could definitely do it up for your storage needs. Otherwise, I think that the bottom carpentry is also very sufficient for you to keep away all your kitchen necessities. And right behind me, we also have this bifold door that leads you towards the service yard area. I think this is a pretty good size service yard area, and of course this would be the space for you when you're doing your laundry. I think you could easily stack up a washer and dryer, or even consider installing an automated drying system right here. Just to quickly touch a little bit on the pricing before we actually head on into the bedrooms. Now, our asking price is at $900,000 for this beautiful 5-room unit right here, sized at 1205 square feet. Now, at the time of filming, there are approximately 90 listings available. If you are looking for a 5-room home in the District 19 area that has a balance lease of at least 90 years. And the asking price for these listings actually range from $700,000 for a lower floor unit all the way up to about $1.18 million. So I think that our pricing right here at $900,000 is at a sweet spot for you to consider if you are looking for a large size home, good balance lease whereby you do not need to worry about lease decay as much, and surrounded by good schools with lots of transformation coming up right here. Now, before we head into the bedroom, I would like to show you this feature that is done up by the owner, which I think is really thoughtful because they actually installed this sliding door. I think it's a very good segregation between the living area and towards the resting zone. So if let's say maybe one family member, have party going on the living area while other family members want to have a good rest, I think this divider right here will essentially help to reduce any sound movement from the party zone towards the resting zone. And now moving in towards my left hand side, this would be the common bathroom. A pretty original condition, but it's very well maintained. So of course it comes complete with your ventilation window that helps to dispel any moisture. And now towards my left hand side, this is our first common bedroom. Now the common bedroom itself doesn't come with any fixture, so you are free to do up any form of interior design to your preference. So currently you can see that it's fitted with a queen size bed, yet you still have space to walk around and even put in a bedside table or even a study desk right here. Alternatively, if let's say you do not need this bedroom, you can turn this into an entertainment room or convert this into a kids play area, or even use this as a work from home office or like a study room or library for your children. Now coming into the second common bedroom, again right here there is no fixture, so again you have free play to design it to your heart's preference. So currently it's fitted with a 4-door cabinet right here, but you can definitely very easily fit in a queen size bed. I would think that if you want to increase to even a king size, you could have the potential to do so. So again, all the bedroom is actually on the same side, so you do get to enjoy the same quiet facing. So at the current moment, our owners have actually installed these 3 pieces of mirrors right here. So I would think that if let's say again, you do not need this additional bedroom, I think this could easily be converted into your gym room or like yoga room. And now last but not least, let's check out the master bedroom. Stepping into the master bedroom, towards the right hand side is where you can find the master ensuite. Now our owners have renovated a little bit on the master ensuite, so you can see that it's more modernized and also very well maintained. Now if you need additional storage area to actually store your daily necessities, I think you can easily just build up a cabinet at the below the sink area. Now heading on into the bedroom. Look at this very sizable master bedroom. So what I really like is that actually over here you do have an additional window panel. This space right here, you can see that we actually put in a study or working desk, but you still have a lot of room right here where it leads you towards your queen size bed. So right now we actually have built in a platform bed, and of course you can see that it doubles up as storage as well. And towards the right hand side, you still have a little dressing table area. So I think the entire design is very thoughtfully planned. And now right behind me, there is also an additional space for you to put in another study table. But of course, if you were to remove it, you could also potentially consider extending out your cabinet space if you need more storage area for your clothing needs. Otherwise, I would think that these 4 panels is very sufficient as well. Thank you for staying to the end of this home tour with me. So once again, if you are in the market looking for a 5-room flat in the Punggol area, you want good size at 1205 square feet. You want healthy balanced lease of about 90 years, and you want to be surrounded by good schools and amenities, and with not just 1 or 2 but 6 different primary schools for you to choose from, and as well as the great transformation in this area, asking at just $900,000, we think this is something you do not want to miss. So do contact our listing managers. Our contact details are down below. Do also like and subscribe to bleubricks by PropertyLimBrothers. We are also on YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. My name is Yanyan, bleubricks by PropertyLimBrothers. Always happy to show you the place. And I would think that the most interesting and the most exciting... Let's go, interior. Without further ado, let's look. Let's take a look at the house. Sound check 1.